So if you're watching us live, thank you. We'll be with you in a moment. Well, 18 seconds anyway. Thing is, I haven't had a chance to share this to my profile yet. Okay, but we'll get that shortly. Good afternoon, Facebook and YouTube, and welcome to, well, you know what it says over there. It says Be.Live on YouTube. This is Be.Live on YouTube with myself and Nick, and this is episode 5. We've been practicing for 5 weeks, and now we're ready to go out in the big wide world.
Episode 5.
Hello, Nick.
Wow, that's amazing. Time flies.
I know.
I can't believe we've done 5.
It does. It does. It creeps up on you. You suddenly realise. I mean, it's episode 250 this week of Blabbing for Britain.
Oh,
and
wow.
That's just crept up on us. Yeah. So, but today we are here to show, well, why are we here, Nick?
Oh, well, we're here to showcase some BeLivers that are putting their live streams out on YouTube, particularly. So we go and have a quick look at those, and then we're interspersed with your generous knowledge on SEOing your YouTube and your videos on YouTube. So we do a little bit of video watching, SEO, a little bit of video watching, and the joy is it's really great because you actually get to see what everyone else is doing, and it gives you great ideas as well.
That's true. That's true. When we learn from everyone that we actually watch. I mean, we watch snippets of the videos you're about to see, but obviously we can't sit down and watch every video for an hour. So we leave the links on YouTube, and you can watch any of the videos we're playing today in full after the broadcast. And welcome if you're watching live. Nick, I shall bring your first video up on screen, and it's over to you.
Ah, yes, the Stroke TV Foundation show. This is from a gentleman who's recovering from a stroke, and on this one, he's also got a guy on that has also wasn't able to speak after a stroke, but as you'll see in a couple of minutes, he actually speaks amazingly well, and it's a real. It's a I don't know. You're gonna watch it, but it's a really lovely video, and it's really great that that Aaron is actually doing this, because strokes can happen at any time, and so to raise stroke awareness, fully support of that totally.
Shall we play the video?
Yes,
I think we should. Okay, so I'm going to put the video full screen, and I'm going to turn Nick's mic off and my microphone off, so that
show with me, and I'll get to that later in the show. But I'm going to bring on who's become a friend and a brother of mine, and fellow stroke survivor, Craig Collins. Co-founder, right, Craig? Co-founder of the reading method with your brother. Are you co-founder? Are you co-founder of the reading method? Okay, I'm going to be breaking on Craig Collins. So without further ado, let me bring on Craig Collins, co-founder of the Universal Reading Method. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Aaron. How are you this morning?
I'm doing really good. I am really kind of excited. As you know, I had a seizure probably about 4 days ago, and I really haven't had the gumption to really work hard at the Universal Reading Method. To really work hard at the Universal Reading Method. But I am excited about this show because I think you're onto something, and I'm looking forward to having it on again. Sherry Patterson is with aphasia. So let me begin my questions. Introduce yourself and tell us a little about the reading method.
My name is, excuse me, my name is Craig Collins, and I just happen to be the CEO and co-founder of the Universal Reading Method. But more than anything for this show, I am a stroke survivor. It's very important for you to know that. It was a surprise to me to wake up about 20 weeks ago and not be able to speak. And I was sitting there going, oh my gosh, I can't talk. And how am I going to speak? And there's something wrong. And my friends took me to the hospital, to the emergency room. And I was aware that I was going to have to explain what happened to me. And I couldn't speak. And then I realized I was going to have to explain what happened to me. And I couldn't speak. And then I realized, oh my gosh, guess what? I am the co-founder of the Universal Reading Method.
Uh-huh.
And we have helped people who couldn't speak, people with strokes, and people who couldn't read who had Alzheimer's syndrome. And we have helped people who couldn't speak, people with strokes, and people who couldn't read who had Alzheimer's syndrome. And I was involved in a profound teaching method, and now I needed it. I needed my reading method.
I want to be sure everybody realizes you were unable to speak.
Correct. I couldn't speak at all.
And listen to you now.
Right now I'm speaking because I was able to use what we had developed as a course, the Universal Reading Method. I knew it by heart, so I could say it over and over to myself. And then, as I was in the car getting close to the hospital, I started saying it out loud. And that was the first time I could get some sense out of my voice to come out. When I went...
Story, when you went in the ER, you went in there, you couldn't speak, but by rehearsing the reading method, you were able to start speaking by the time you get to the hospital. And the nurse asked you what's wrong with you. You said, well, I can't speak. Yeah, you were speaking.
Right. Well, actually, I said I woke up this morning and I couldn't talk. So the guy that was at the desk said, well, you're talking now. And I said, yes, but there's something wrong. I don't usually talk this way. I was very, very, very short words and took me a long time to get things out. So he put me in a room and they immediately took my blood pressure. And my blood pressure was 220 over 125. Well, that's kind of like being dead. I'm not supposed to have that high of blood pressure. And so they immediately actually physically put me on a gurney and they took me down to the emergency area and into the unit, and they hooked me up to some medication that would take my blood pressure down. But they wanted to know what the heck was going on. So they immediately took me for a CAT scan. I had no idea what a CAT scan would be like. And they did. They put me in this machine, and then they put it on my head, and they focused, and they told me to breathe. And it was just, I was a little intimidated by the CAT scan. But when I came back, there was Jessica was the nurse. And she said, would you like to see what was happening in your brain on the CAT scan? And I said, yes. And I saw a volcano. I saw a volcano with blood coming straight up.
Oh, you had a brain bleed.
And so I had a brain bleed, yes, Aaron. And I didn't know anything about it. And the word brain bleed was very frightening to me. Because at first I objectified it, thought I was watching TV, and it was.
Yeah, quite humbling. If you get the chance to watch it all, it really is quite humbling. I really liked. I don't know about you. I love the fact that he's got Stroke TV in wooden letters behind him in the bookcase as well, which I thought was really good.
He has. He started his channel on BeLive, and it's just taken off, and he gets he's built his own group there. What's the word I'm looking for? The show goes out on 2 different channels apart from his own, and he's just an inspiration, really, because he inspires others and helps others, and that's what his life is about now. It's about teaching about stroke prevention, and also, as has been evidenced by the video I just watched, is actually letting people talk about their situation, and that gives an insight into that. I mean, heaven forfend, or God forbid, that we should have a stroke, but you know that there can be life after it.
Yeah. And
yeah, I mean, it's one of those videos that you actually start listening to the story, and the story draws you in.
Oh, totally. And a number of people that, you know, in my line of work, people say, oh, I don't want to go on, I don't want to do a live stream, I'm not confident enough. It's like, guys, you know, if Aaron can do it, then there's no excuse. You can just jump on and tell your story.
Totally agree. And he is, as I say, an exemplar of what can be achieved using live video, because they can broadcast from home and involve the audience, who can watch on their mobile phones or laptops or the PCs or the TVs.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, we wish you well, just take care and enjoy broadcasting, and please continue to do so.
Yeah.
Right. All of which brings us round to video 2, which is not that one. No, no, hang on a minute. I'll find it. I always do eventually. I've numbered them this week. It's not helping, but I've numbered them.
I know. Well, while you're looking for that, can I just say, guys, if you're watching and you've got a video on YouTube you want us to look, obviously do let us know in the comments on.
Hopefully,
add them on. Ooh.
Good. I don't know I'm here, Nick, but I don't know what's going on. Right, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yep, loud and clear.
Right, okay. Hopefully we're still broadcasting. This is a video from a friend in Australia. I think we've played one of his before. This is Craig Filer, and they have a weekly football show, but it's not English football, it's Australian football. So let's put the video full screen and press play, and we'll switch the microphones off.
info@georgiesonvista.com.au, but orders must be received by 5 p.m. on the day required. Head to our website georgiesonvista.com.au to check out our menu, combo packs and our specials. Get behind local business and order your next takeaway dinner from Georgie's on Vista, 46 City Vista Court, Fraser Rise, in the heart of Caroline Springs.
The best beer store in the West, with 2 stores at Shop 2, number 13.
Quiz tonight, the grand final.
It is. It's all come to this. It's match day 15 of the Hopheads inaugural Hopheads Football IQ quiz. Craig, a big shout out to our sponsors at Hopheads, and then you're, out of the 3 of us, you're probably the one most versed with their offerings. Tell us a little bit about Hopheads.
Yeah, big thanks to Adrian Cheng who kindly sponsored the quiz for each segment or each week of the quiz. Hophead started about 4 years ago with a small little boutique bar in Point Cook, doing a wide range of really different styles of beer. You're seeing them pop up all over the place now. But he also has 5 barrels that he has per week. And once that barrel's gone, it's gone. So they have 5 specials on a tap each week as well. And it's a fantastic little place. It's very small, very quaint. But he's obviously doing very well for himself because he's opened a very good shop in Altona. And I was speaking to him yesterday, and he's hoping that his license comes through for Yarraville, which means that he'll be in there for Christmas. That's what he was hoping for. So if you live in the Yarraville area, which has been voted as one of the most boutiquiest places in the world, ahead of Paris and New York, believe it or not.
Is that right?
You have Hophead coming to you very soon. Yes.
Do we know a location, Craig? Is it anywhere near the little Anderson Street?
No idea. I didn't get that from him, Tanch. All I know that it's in Yarraville. So yeah, we'll find out. But it's a great little place. And again, we thank Adrian for his sponsorship of the show, as we do with our Football Out West and Football Fan Zone special is George Cross Soccer Club, because without them, we wouldn't be here. So a real big thank you to Mark and all the guys up there as well.
Absolutely. Now, Steve, we've already taken a bit of a break with the Geelong Region Soccer Show. I guess it is the dead season or the off season, however you like to call it. There's always things happening. But also we made the announcement tonight that as immediately, we're no longer going to be doing the Football Fan Zone on a Sunday night for the time being. We're going to have a little bit of a break. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sounds good. Bit of R&R, bit of recharge the battery.
Yeah, I really like that. It's got the well, one thing, it's got that paid promotion. I mean, so they've also got local restaurants paying them to appear on their show, which is really cool. I love that idea. And also, I like the background, and I like the fact that it tells you what you're watching as well. I just wish we'd got to know who'd won the grand final. Was it before the grand final, or was it the show after the grand final? We're just not going to know. Well, we can know if we actually watch the entire video for that, so we can find out. But that's an interesting thing, because there is a little, of course, if you're going into your YouTube and you're putting your videos on, or when you're editing your videos, then yeah, you want to tick. There is a little tick box in there for contains a paid promotion, which is good. And that came up on the bottom of the screen, so we saw that. That was cool. Yeah, so that was another great video. We have seen Craig before, and that was good. Yarraville. See, I'm gonna have to Google that now. I've got family out in Sydney and Melbourne. And but Yarraville, not heard of that. But that's an out west football show. I'm guessing that's probably Western Australia. So I'll have to ask the guys there, find out. Boutique area, Yarraville. Sounds good. Better than Paris and New York. Excellent. On my list of places to visit.
Indeed, and mine too. I'd love to go back to Australia. Yeah, beautiful country. And right, okay, on with the show. Now at this stage, we would normally have an instructional section about YouTube, but I found something out which is important to everyone. So basically, we're going to be showing a 5th video today, short pinch of it. But the problem was that when I brought that video into my studio and tested it, so we do with all the videos, it wouldn't play. And that's because the YouTube creator had switched. So I had a word with Michael and I said, right, I'm going to go to that Google search engine, and I'm going to carry on until I actually find out what's going on. And after about 20 minutes of searching, I managed to find out what is going on. When you cannot play a video, somebody else's video, on your website, you can't embed it. Even though you've got the embed code, it doesn't want to know. Even though we bring it into the studio, it doesn't want to know. Yeah. There's a setting on your YouTube profile which says allow embedding. And you've got to allow embedding in order for us to show your video on our broadcast, and in order for other people to actually show it on their website. And it's just so simple and straightforward, but it's hidden under a morass of things because the message isn't helpful. Yeah, you cannot play this video because of the created settings. Doesn't tell you a thing. So there you have it. If you want your YouTube video to play anywhere, then you do need to switch allow embedding on.
Oh, right. Yeah, we'll have to find that.
I'm sure it's as simple as that.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. For most people, it's on by default because the whole idea of actually doing a YouTube channel is for people to actually come and watch their videos, and if they want to share them, videos we've got you in, so it's not allowed. You can play your videos, and we're going to be putting that as our tip of the week, and let everybody know about it, because we've been going through the list of 35 people who kindly sent us videos, and every so often we come across one and we thought, well, we can't use it, but why? Now we know, and I'll prove it by actually playing it, the extra video later in the podcast.
Cool. I don't know whether to compare you to Sherlock Holmes or a bloodhound, but you certainly track it. You certainly track down the answer.
Well, it wasn't going to get away, that's for sure. I couldn't allow that. What hasn't got away is video number 3. 1, 2, 4. I've nixed on video. Ooh. Okay, let's bring another video. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's here.
It's my cool silent video.
And I'm going to show it full screen. Yeah, would you like to talk about it and then we'll play it?
Yes, this is quite a chunky video. It's about an hour and a half long. A Diet Rebels 180 Energy for Life Masterclass. And we get the full. It's a full-on energy and exercise. So different things to save energy, different ways of doing things, decluttering your house, for example. Lots of different techniques for saving energy, and then also there's exercise as well. So you can actually exercise while you're doing different things, and she's got a great channel. So there's a combo of these quite chunky, large tutorial, almost like a big training webinar. And then she also got some quite smaller little snippet type videos as well. But again, like all these videos, guys, it's just, they just suck you in and you suddenly sit and realize you're watching it. And she's obviously monetized. She's got a monetized channel because ads do pop up. So hopefully we'll escape any ads are showing it. But it's good. She sits down in the corner most of the time, and she's got a presentation running on the full screen. And yeah, it's a supercharge and get your energy levels up. Nice one, Jen. And I just was going to say, Jen, I was going to message you to ask you how you pronounced your surname. I think it's Plaitchen, but I could be wrong. Do you want to?
Hey, welcome on. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming tonight. I wasn't sure how many people would actually jump on live tonight. This is a new platform I'm using, so let me know your feedback. If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. If you can't, let me know that. It's gonna record our whole entire thing today, and then once it downloads, I'll be able to go and make some edits and then plop it back up here, so there'll be a nice replay for you all. And so I'm hoping this platform is a little better than some of the other ones I used. It also allows me to share my screen easier and just all those kind of things. So we'll see how it goes. But I am so glad that each one of you are here today. And this was a great question. So thank you so much for asking. Please ask your questions, because energy people want a special drink, right? They want a magic pill you can take. They want this, magic wand type thing. Just like with diets, like to lose all the pounds, it takes work. It takes a lifestyle, and energy is the same exact way. And unless we build our life around a lifestyle that includes all these different things, we will never ever have full complete energy living at that level 10 that we want to. And so I couldn't just put out a blanket answer. Now at the very end, so stay till the end, at the very end, I'm going to tell you a few things that I make sure that I include in my diet every single day that I think are game changers. So I'm going to provide you with that, but it's a daily thing for me too. It's not just that I do it only on days I don't feel, like my energy's low. So it's still part of my day, but I'm going to include exactly Jen's top things. I'm going to give you my three-part strategy to do if I like hit a lull in the day. What the three things are that I do. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So let's go and get started. I'm super excited. If you have any questions, post them. I will read them at the end and answer them if we have time, or I'll come back and answer them however we want to do it. But make sure you go and comment. Let me know if something resonates with you. Let me know if something doesn't make sense. All right, let's do this. Thanks for joining. All right. I'm going to minimize myself a little. All right. Before you supercharge your body, discover how to get better results even faster. It's practical, sustainable, and lasting, right? If we have more energy, are we not going to get better results? Of course we're going to. Okay, energy management versus time management. Okay, so we look at energy. Okay, health benefits of exercise, right? We're more relaxed. We improve our blood sugar, it limits sickness, it boosts endorphin, energy boost, brain power, muscle stress reduction, and be more social. Now, energy and exercise are just one of the components that goes into having more energy. When we really look at it all, this is what it looks like, okay? And this is our big roadmap for today. We want this limitless energy, and we're going to go through several different things and their key components. And you have a copy of this. You get a copy of this, okay? So that's our big roadmap. But this is our key point that we're looking at, limitless energy. And then from there, we'll be going to several different key areas. Okay, how many times have you thought of this? Man, if there only more time, right? Actually, time is not the problem. It really is. Often the problem is energy. Let's look at it this way. Think about it. If you really don't have the time to do anything, then how are you able to watch the entire box set of Game of Thrones? All right. How many of you, I know there's some people out here like gamers, right? Or if you generally work and busy yourself from the first thing in the morning all the way up until bedtime, then the answer would be simple. Get up earlier or go to bed later. But that's not the problem, y'all. Not at all. Instead, the problem is energy. Time management isn't the only big deal here. Energy management is just as important, or I believe it is more important. If you can't effectively manage your energy, you're going to find that you can't make full use of your time. If we're not living at that level 10, thriving, there's no way that we can possibly make full use of it. So there's where the problem is. So when we talk about, energy is so important. If I don't feel good enough, I'm going to show up every day and get my best and have clarity in mind. So either way, you could.
She's great, and she just carries that on.
Right now,
for the
that's
food.
Yep. Yeah. It was drawing me in. I was reluctant to actually press the button to stop it. As we say, all the videos that we're showing today, the link, if you're on YouTube, is in the comments. Right. And video 4 came in via the BeLivers group today. And there we are. I've got it.
Oh, wow. Hey, hi, Corinda. Good to see you, Corinda. Hope you're well. This is interesting. When divorce occurs, what legal protection do we have? Interesting one.
Okay. Hello, Corinda. Thank you for joining us. Can you hear me, Nick?
You're going a little
Can you
bit
hear
in and
me?
out. Every now and again, I lose you, Stephen.
All right. Okay. I lost you totally. We've got gremlins.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to play this video and full screen.
Okay.
Full screen. Good. This is we've finally got there. Let's press play before anything else happens.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this vivacious broadcast, emergency broadcast, Chat Night Africa, Chat Night Africa Live from Washington, D.C., metropolitan area. On the show this week, you and the law. Chat Night Africa Live. Transmission Director, Mombalingwa.
Oh, I've danced from the minute it started.
Right, okay. I've never seen an introduction like it. It was an education. It was entertaining and an education.
Yeah, and I just couldn't stop bouncing on the chair. It was brilliant. Absolutely lovely.
Yeah, I mean, to sing the intro was magical. Right now, just because we can, we're going to sneak in a fifth video if I can find it. And this video, yes, I've got it. Hopefully, this video is the one that was posted in BeLive as today for us to show. But when I went to play it, it wouldn't play. So to prove that if you just change the embed setting on your YouTube channel, we present the skills show with Michael, and let's just go for it. Really, let's hope. Fingers crossed. Let's hope this actually plays. Fingers crossed. It's got to play.
It will.
Morning. Happy Wednesday.
Good morning, peeps. How are you?
Getting my notification that my own stream is live. So before we jump into today, I have a question that I want to ask you. I'm going to poll you guys. Where should I move? So I'm about done with New York. And we've been looking down south a little bit, but you know, every area has its pros and cons, and you know, different tax burdens, different cultures, and you know, convince me, where should I move, or where should I not move? How about that? Because I would never talk somebody into moving to New York. There's a very small percentage of people that actually think about moving to New York, and it's usually for the city. And like, I'm sure Marina wants to come to dance.
Yes. Marina wants to move to New York for the love of dance. She wants to live in Manhattan because it makes sense, like if she's on Broadway. But then again, all that is based on, you know, what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, I just know that New York is the second most moved out of state in the nation. Yeah, and that number just keeps increasing. Move to Arizona, Sharon says. All right.
Why?
So I've been to Arizona, and it's really beautiful. And everybody keeps saying it's a dry heat down there, but so is the oven on Thanksgiving. I guess you get used to it, right?
Yeah. Every climate, like you know, even in Georgia, you know, you get used to it. For us, our winter is roughly around, I don't know, maybe a month or two.
So here's the benefits of Arizona. You can hike and you can hang out with me. Sold.
Hey.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So now that the stream has had a chance to get going here, let's say good morning. Today we're talking about the subject of creation, and no, this is not a debate about science versus religion. This is about the creation of our students and the impacts that we have in their lives, in their development, in their thought processes, and believe it or not, in the actual physical bodies that they live in. So we're going to talk a little bit in terms of pies today, and we'll talk about some anecdotes of, you know, different ways that we've seen our students develop physically. Then we'll talk about intellectually, emotionally, and socially. But we also want to relate a little bit of the science of what we're doing to these anecdotes, because we can all point to a student or two and say, well, this student got better. We want to be able to say, this student got better because of us.
Yes.
Not so much to take the credit, but when we talk about being child development centers and child development experts, we want to be able to draw very clear lines from process to result. Not just, hey, we get kids better grades, but we get kids better grades because of this, and this. And there should be a measurable, repeatable, and science-backed relationship to any two things that we say there.
So you said not to take the credit, but
right. So we actually, I'm trying to unmute you, Nick. I've done it. You're not muted.
Unmuted. You can't keep me down.
Good.
Fascinating. I've got to admit, I really liked the animated logo in the top corner. I need to work out. I need to play around with that. I think that's a great thing. And what an interesting.
Yes. Yes. We need to. Yep. We need to ask Michael how he did. I'm going to take my life into my hands now and press hide, and hopefully we should be left with the two of us on screen.
Looks good.
Right, we're right, which is most of the time, but occasionally that shows when gremlins creep in, and in this particular broadcast, every so often when I clicked a button, it didn't. Showing you 5 broadcasts today by YouTubers. Yep.
No, brilliant.
Over to you, Nick.
Oh, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. As we've said, if you want to get your videos reviewed on the show, then please do just drop us a little note in the comments or message us, and we'll make sure we add you in. But of course, the big lesson, don't forget to allow us to do that into the allowed bedding in your settings. I can't remember which bit you said now, Stephen, but there you go. And hey, gremlins happen. This is the joy of live streaming. We will be back same time next week, episode 6, and it'll be another corker. That's our promise.